we had talked about maybe writing a drama or like a dramedy, and then just very quickly we realized that the way that we were working together and the way that we were communicating, it would make a lot more sense to do like a younger comedy, and then the slasher element was just a way for it to be even more fun for us.
I have a scene partner, and that scene partner is the director, at the same time, and I don't have to turn behind the camera to ask the director. He's right there.
My first summer camp experience, getting to like live with everybody and play with everybody, and even when we weren't filming, we were like doing activities and like playing games in the green rooms.
I think we kind of all, without even really addressing it, fell into our roles and like it had this feeling that we are in summer camp.
You know what they say? A bad day at Pine Ridge is better than a good day anywhere else.
The line's been cut. Oh, I've always wanted to say that.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
First off, for a little fun, outside of your own film, what do you think is a slasher that everybody should see? And we can just go down the line.
I think people should watch Sleepaway Camp. I think that's like an insane movie, and has a pretty famous ending that's pretty crazy. So I think for someone to see that, I feel like that's just like a really fun watch to like watch with friends. Yeah.
See the original Halloween, John Carpenter, is a great one.
You were gonna say that?
I stole your answer.
Stole mine a little bit. I think if you're gonna start, yeah, that's a great one. And then I think after you see, the first Scream movie is such a classic too. It's a really fun one to sort of jump in, define.
Prom Night's also pretty fun too.
Yeah, Prom Night. Yeah.
Definitely not the remake, but
yeah, the original.
On Finn and Billy, you clearly have a deep love for the genre. What made you want to make your co-directorial debut a slasher movie?
Well, I had grown up loving the slasher genre, and had always wanted to make a slasher, specifically a slasher comedy I really wanted to make. And when Billy and I met, we both shared the same sensibilities of loving the same kind of comedy films, and also even the horror films, honestly, that we like. I mean, there's maybe some things that are more like gnarly horror that I like than you would, but it just felt right for our sort of shared interests in genre, I guess.
I think at that specific like time and place, I just was really excited about horror comedy and about how horror could be elevating comedy. So it was like I don't know, we had talked about maybe writing a drama or like a dramedy, and then just very quickly we realized that the way that we were working together and the way that we were communicating, it would make a lot more sense to do like a younger comedy, and then the slasher element was just a way for it to be even more fun for us.
Well, and Fred, I think that you have one of the most interesting acting careers out there right now, and you always manage to be a highlight. What appealed to you most about joining this project?
Their script and their vision. I felt... I remember very vividly the first time we all met. We got lunch together and talked for like 4 hours, and I felt something that was so true in the script, that was this warmth and love of these characters, and using the slasher and the comedy ensemble to push the characters to their limits, but also to like revel in their messiness and who they actually are. And so I just felt a real love of character and people. And then we met and hung out, and it was like, I felt so, I love these guys, so I just felt like very at ease. And I felt like the way that we were going to make this movie was going to be like a genuine experience of hanging out, but crafting a movie at the same time. So I don't know, it was that thing where you're just like, I have to do this. I needed to do this.
There's this thing that you do that is so hard to pull off, where when you're telling everyone what happens, it almost feels like you could be the killer with your tone and delivery. How do you even begin to figure out how to strike that balance?
I mean, there's total, like, the fact that they named him Jason, I think, says something of, like, he, in some ways, is the most well-meaning, earnest person, and also, to so many of the other characters, the most suspicious and annoying. And, like, we wanted to play with those things.
Well, and kills are a major element in slashers, and there are some great ones here. So, Billy, what was your process like for coming up with a kill? Is it just, we haven't seen this before and want to see it, or is it always about trying to include some connection to the character?
It was often about trying to connect it to the character or connecting it to the space and the camp, and also thinking, like, what haven't we seen? What would be exciting? I remember that we were in New Mexico. Finn and I were both in New Mexico, and we were writing, and I like went home one day and was listening to some song, and like the opening kill of I guess the second kill of the movie, Kathy's kill, like the visual of that just kind of came to me, and like the idea of how to shoot it. And I like basically called Finn, was like, dude, we got to do this, and then sent it to him, and he was like, yes, let's do it. And we tweaked it a little bit, but like, I don't know, it kind of just was like, what would be exciting to be also directing, like thinking about it from a writing standpoint of being like, what's going to be the best way visually to be telling the story, really informed the way that I think we were coming up with kills. It's like such a visual medium, obviously.
Does head mean anything to you?
She blew you?
What? No, I blew her.
Slashers are my favorite, and I absolutely adore summer camp slashers in particular because of all the wonderful behind-the-scenes stories, because I feel like the camp social aspect tends to carry over. So, Abby, would you say that that was true of Hell of a Summer?
Yes, I would say. I think we kind of all, without even really addressing it, fell into our roles and like it had this feeling that we are in summer camp. And even when we were not filming, we would, end at like 4 a.m. and then just hang out until the next day, when we should have been sleeping. There was really no differentiating between the two.
Well, and I know it can be fun to watch the special effects guys do their work. Pardis, what was your favorite aspect of the shoot?
Favorite aspect of the shoot? I think just hanging out with everybody, honestly. My first summer camp experience, getting to like live with everybody and play with everybody. And even when we weren't filming, we were like doing activities and like playing games in the green room. So definitely, I got to experience camp as an adult. It was a lot of fun.
Well, and this was Finn and Billy's first time in the director's chair. So, DeFaro, what do you think their greatest strength was behind the camera?
Their greatest strength was? That's actually a great question. Honestly, they were great in everything they did, right? When it came to directing, when it came to writing, when it came to acting, they fulfilled those big shoes amazingly. I mean, I can't say which point, because they were wearing so many hats, all at once. And, I have a scene partner, and that scene partner is the director, at the same time, and I don't have to turn behind the camera to ask the director. He's right there, and it was beautiful to see that, how professional at such a young age these guys were, and how seriously they took their roles as directors, as writers, and basically to see how such young guys boss people around. I loved it. Young guys, man, bossing some kids, bossing everyone else around on set. And I've been acting since I was 15. I would love to do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, but to answer the question, they fulfilled their roles that they had to do perfectly. And they were there for all of us. I'd probably say that their strongest strength was probably being directing. That they directed us perfectly. No matter what aspect or what scene that we were at, they had us talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, DeFaro and Pardis, how pumped were you both to be able to be revealed as the killers?
Oh God. It was so fun. I mean, my absolute favorite was the monologue at the end. Getting to just deliver it over and over and like ending like this close to Fred's face every time.
Every actor's
Like,
dream.
like, I'm really sorry. Are you okay?
Man, I love going straight through the wall. I don't know what your question was, but I love going through that wall, man, for that stunts. Like you want to. Ooh, or I was like sliding him across the table. He was like hitting me. So fun. It was so much fun. I was like generally in my own head thinking, why the fuck is this guy hitting me with a fly swatter? You know what I mean? Like, it was just so awesome. They wouldn't let me go head first into the table like I wanted to, but damn, that stunt guy did it, man. Like, I don't know how I thought he died. Like, the guy went straight head first into a glass table. And like, I see why they didn't let me do it, but I was begging, So yeah, I had a lot of fun, yeah.
How tough has it been for you guys to keep this secret?
Pretty Pretty tough.
But yeah, yeah, just trying to reveal as little as possible while being like, yeah, it was fun, you know?
Yeah.
You know what they say? A bad day at Pine Ridge is better than a good day anywhere else.
The line's been cut. Oh, I've always wanted to say that.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.